I'm gonna post this video earlier than normal today because it was a short day working with Dad, and we're already done, luckily, because when you work 7 days a week, it doesn't take long to get burnt out. And we kind of go through this every year because we get busy and we have to work 7 days a week to try to stay caught up, or at least stay kind of nipping at the heels with stuff, because weather is always a factor this time of year, whether it be rain or snow or ice. It's one thing after another. So yeah, we're working 7 days a week now. We will be for a while yet, but it does wear on you. It wears on you, just kind of, it like mentally exhausts you. Not to mention it physically exhausts you as well. But so I was kind of glad we didn't have a real big day down here helping Dad. The skidder wasn't running real good. He had the mechanic out yesterday and they thought they fixed it, and it ran good for a little bit this morning, but then it continued to run like bad. It just bad. I'll watch my language. But yeah, it ran. It just, and I think it's just a fuel problem. I think it'll be something simple, because with these old mechanical machines, it's usually never anything too complex. That's what I like about them. So I think we've just got a fuel problem somewhere. I personally think it's in the lift pump, and I'll kind of go through that later on the video. Anyway, Logger Thread stuff. The hoodies, the wood puller hoodies, and the Tree Hugger long sleeve tri-blends. The tri-blends are way behind schedule. They were supposed to be here the first. They were supposed to ship out like the second. Be here the first, ship out the second, right around that time frame. It would have been the third, actually, because the second was on a Sunday. But anyway, they will be here, I think, either tomorrow or Tuesday, and they will ship the very next day. Everyone who has pre-ordered a wood puller hoodie or a tri-blend long sleeve shirt, they will be shipped very, very quickly and promptly. We will probably try to do 2-day delivery on the majority of those, just because I know people are worried about getting them before Christmas. So we want to do our best to get them out. It'll cost us a little bit more on our end, but I'm totally fine with that, because we want to make sure everybody gets their stuff in time. It's kind of our fault, I guess you can say. I'm going to take the blame for it on our end, because they didn't get here when they were supposed to. So we'll get all that stuff shipped out promptly this week. Promptly. For the rest of the day, I think I'm going to go play some pitch with the guys, because I've not been playing near enough pitch here lately. And then I'm going to leave out for Kansas City about 3:45 in the morning to go back to work up there. So that's my day. That's how we've got it planned out. Guys, thanks so much. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers. Thank you, guys. And I know, to me, all my videos, I think they're all the same, because we're at work every day, and it's just kind of the same stuff day after day. But as long as you guys keep watching them, we'll keep posting them. I'm so thankful you guys do watch them. And really, the channel here, it's just a kind of, I started this channel to promote Turner Logging. It's my family's business. We've been in operation since 1932, and I do a lot with social media, whether it be Instagram or Facebook. And we started getting several requests for a YouTube channel, so we did it, and that's the whole reason I have this YouTube channel. And now I can actually kind of use it to promote some of my other things, like Logger Threads or Timber Tracker. So, guys, thanks a lot. We will definitely see you tomorrow. Later. Well, I'm here in Stockton today, or Jericho, helping Dad. I think he's got, I don't know what he's got in here to drag. I think he said 18 or 20 more he's got cut. And he drug a few yesterday. Dad doesn't spend too much time on a skidder, which I don't blame him. They're rough riding, beat you to death. He's got 6 or so there out, I think. And of course, I got here and I'm playing around a little bit. There's a straight log out here, and thought we'd test the old flex on the Toyota. Which, when I bought this thing, it was lifted, and if it wasn't lifted, I would never have lifted it. I'm just kind of above. I don't want to say above, but I'm too old to be buying vehicles and lifting them or lowering them or doing that anymore. I've had lifted trucks, and I've had lowered Mustangs, and but it is fun. Of course, I've got a new big heavy iron bumper coming because I hit the deer. and I am replacing this with one of those, like a ranch hand type bumper. But the cool thing about 4Runners, there's so many different off-road companies that offer, you know, accessories for them. This is a small lift on my Toyota. I'm running 33s, and like I said, the tires, everything here was like it was when I bought it, other than the roof rack. I put the roof rack on it, but we are putting an RPM front bumper on, a heavier front bumper. And actually, I've thought about putting a different set of wheels on here, black wheels, just because it is, like on the weekends, like me and the guys, we do like to go ride around and run trails. It's fun. It's kind of fun to do some of that stuff still, and I think it's better than a four-wheeler because you can sit in there in the heat and air and drive down the road. And it's just a toy. I mean, it keeps me from putting miles on my diesel, which was the whole reason I bought this 4Runner. But anyway, back to the nature at hand. So we're waiting on Dad to get here to kind of show me where I got to go and where we got to drag to, because I've been off this job for about a week, so I don't know what's going on. He sold all the logs here. I'm sure they'll start hauling them this week. I think there's supposed to be some pretty decent weather this week, so they'll get them out. Pretty good pile, and he's hauling all the oak back to our yard. I don't know what his intentions are with that oak just yet. I haven't asked him. But all the walnut, they'll pick it up right here. It's been sold. So we'll wait for Dad and we'll get to it. This is an absolute nightmare. I hate dragging logs in a cedar grove. Locust and cedar and hedge. I didn't get a lot of footage today just because of kind of what you've seen in there. It's just a woolly mess, and it's hard to video and stuff like that. I absolutely hate dragging in places like that. It's just on an open station machine, you just get beat to death. These are some of the logs. We actually, the neighbor, Dad went and stopped and talked to him this morning. Dad's on his way out right now. I'm going to shut the gate behind him. But some of these logs, this drag here, I actually brought out this way. We drug out everything else way over there, luckily, because it was just such a jungle in there. And Dad will actually, he'll go in there with our truck and he'll pick them up and haul them back to our yard. Same with these. He's hauling these back to our yard, buying them outright and hauling them back on this set. Just, I don't know, like I said, they're logs. They're nothing spectacular. Dad's done a lot of business with this gentleman before, and same with the oak. Dad's hauling all the oak back to our yard. I think I stated previously in the video. I am not going to head back north till early in the morning. I'll leave about 3:45, head back north to work. I'd planned on going up today, but it's late in the day. It's not really that late in the day, but by the time I go home and get rounded around, get my clothes packed, and actually get up there, it wouldn't leave me a whole lot of time to work. So rather than do all that, I think I'll just get up about 3:45 and head up. So it was nice to be back and work with Dad for a day, but I got to get back to the city tomorrow. The old skidder, Dad said the other day he was actually dragging on it and said it was having some problems running, which the great thing about these old skidders, it's these mechanical things, it's pretty simple. I mean, you kind of know, like today it started acting up again. Like, we know it's a fuel problem. I personally think it's a lift pump. I think the lift pump's going bad myself. Now, I'm not a mechanic, but I've spent a considerable amount of time on these old Deere skidders throughout my life. The filters are clean. The lines, fuel lines seem to be clean. So, and they're running, but it's just not real strong. And I think it's a lift pump. I could be wrong. And those things wear out. They're not too bad to change out. Even I can do it, and I'm a terrible mechanic. So, this week, if I can get back here, I'll try to address that. If not, Dad will probably have our mechanic do it. Just one more thing to worry about. It's always something, isn't it? Always something with this equipment. The more equipment you have, the more headaches you got, I've learned. All right, let's get out of here. Going home.